6 on Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
This is astonishing. This is incredible.
No, it's cardboard.
Mrs. Buchanan, if I may ask a moment of your time, please. It's very important to me.
All right, please, sit down. I know that we've met before, but who are you?
Byrne? Mortimer Byrne? But you can call me Mortimer?
How may I help you?
By accepting this in commemoration of the holiday.
Well, Mr. Byrne, Halloween is not usually an occasion where one gives and receives gifts.
Actually, it's Dr. Byrne, but that doesn't matter. About the gifts, I mean. This is a very special day for me, and I wanted to mark it by giving this to you. Open it, please. Is this a little something?
For a little dead person?
Oh, it is, in fact, an Egyptian sarcophagus, a coffin. But do you know for what?
I can't imagine.
Cats. Isn't that a coincidence?
You know what Kitty's saying to you, Duke, huh? Saying that Duke is the sweetest boy in the whole world. Yes, you are. Oh, Mommy's definitely the saddest lady in the whole world because she has to go. You understand, don't you? Because if Kevin finds out that I'm here, your daddy, he'd be really mad at me, and your other daddy, Jason, would be really mad at me, too, because I promised him I wouldn't see you. So come on. I love you. You're going to be a good boy, right? You're going to try and go to sleep. Try and go to sleep. Okay, sweetheart, everything's going to be okay.
Leanne, what are you doing here?
I'm a man, damn you! I'm flesh and blood. I'm not some gold chain hanging around your neck.
Oh, yes, you are.
Hey! Let me in! Come on, let me in!
Wake up, Can't have you sleeping on the job. You're supposed to be hard at work helping us out. We searched Raven Point and White Hart City and crisscrossed the entire county and still can't find Luna Moody and Max Holden. So why don't you just speak up and save us a whole lot of overtime? Where are they?
That goes for the whole island, too. I feel like we're alone. Max, do you think the cops are going to come back here? I gotta tell you, it was really ingenious of you to hide the car a couple of miles back and us trekking back in here. But I tell you, finding that boat, it was just pure luck.
So was finding that thrift store so we could buy everything we need for phase 2 of Operation Whiteheart. Just wish we could have bought a couple extra hours in the thrift shop.
Yeah. You think the cops are going to come back here?
The way I figured, they probably searched the island already, so we've got some time, but I don't know how long. We have got to scare Whiteheart into confessing that he murdered his daughter. And we got to do it tonight.
One life to live. Brought to you by Bounce. It stops static before static stops you.
Static can get you off on the wrong foot.
Corporate Digest tells you what's next on your favorite soaps. You get late-breaking news with a scoop on everyone from Erica to Felicia, and sneak previews, surprising interviews, and who's coming and going. It's America's #1 soap magazine. Get the Digest today.
We missed you at economics this morning. What happened?
I just overslept.
You must sleep pretty solid. Have your phone ring 4 times and not wake up.
I got your messages, Kevin.
Well, then, why didn't you answer?
I figured I'd see you sooner or later.
Rachel, did I miss something? I mean, just last night we were at Rhodey's. We were having a great time, right?
We were.
Well, if not, then I was with this girl that looked an awful lot like you. We were laughing and dancing. Rachel, come on. What's the problem here? I mean, 1 minute we're fine. And then the next, boom, you're out the door.
Actually, that's what I should be doing now.
Wait, not until I get some answers here.
Well, here he is, Lord of the Buchanan Manor.
What did I do to you to turn you into such a pit bull? I mean, is it really just this Leanne thing? Is that all it is?
Yes, and it doesn't seem to be going away. I was wondering about it in Pittsburgh, and I'm still wondering about it now. On the one hand, you talk about Leanne like she taught the devil.
And the other hand?
You just can't seem to stop talking about her. You haven't gotten over her, have you?
Jessica, I was just visiting Duke, that's all.
Did somebody let you in the house?
Yes. I let myself in. I still had a set of keys.
Nobody knows you're here? Then nobody said it was okay to come in.
Jessica, try and understand. Okay, I just had to see Duke. Jessica, please, wait a second, okay? Don't tell anybody I was here, please.
Why shouldn't I? You didn't come to see me.
No. Honey, you're right, I didn't come to see you. But if Kevin found out I was here, I would be in so much trouble. He might even send me back to jail. Jessica, please try and understand.
I'm really mad at you, Leanne. And Kevin. I mean, I don't really know what was going on between you guys, but I could hear stuff through the walls. Fighting. And one day I woke up and it was quiet. And you were gone. And Mom said you weren't coming back. I didn't want you to go, Leanne. I didn't want you and Kevin to fight or break up or any of it.
I know you didn't, Jess. I know.
And now Mom and Dad are fighting all the time. And I feel like one day I'm going to wake up and they'll be gone too. Why can't things be the way they used to be? Why can't you be with Kevin?
Because listen to me, okay? Sometimes things just don't work out the way we really want them to. And I know it hurts you, and I'm really sorry, okay?
I miss you so much.
Oh, baby, I miss you too.
Do you know what today is?
Yeah, it's Halloween, right?
You know what the last Halloween was?
Yeah.
The fire. If you wouldn't have saved me, I wouldn't be worrying about what costume to wear tonight.
Oh, I know. It's always a problem, right? What to wear.
I won't tell Kevin, okay? I promise.
Okay. If we get a recording of Marcus confessing that he killed Deborah, that's going to clear Swade. But then we got to get him to tie into Chief Byrne, or you and I are going to be in a heap of trouble.
You got that right. It's going to be hard to convince the White Hart police that their noble chief happened to accidentally drown after trying to kill 3 innocent people. You, me, and Charlie.
Max, honey, you could be careful with that. I know we need to take some time, but you're about to stop it. What's bugging you?
You know what's bugging me?
Yes.
We don't even know if he's on the island, let alone whether he's going to buy our bluff. The man is a lush, but that does not mean he is crazy. But we don't know if he's going to buy this, if he's going to walk in, see you, and flip out, or if he's just going to... I mean, who's to say he's not just going to laugh?
I say it because I got this feeling, Max. I feel like everything's going to be okay here.
A feeling is not enough.
It was enough for you to come over here and know I was in trouble, to come out here and help me, wasn't it? It was enough for you to swim that channel and save my life. Besides, listen, Marcus is ripe for the picking. Tonight is the anniversary of Deborah's birthday.
And her murder.
What better time for us to stir up all those old feelings inside of him and get them flying around like the goblins that they are? And we're going to get him right for the picking. He's going to cave in like a month-old jack-o'-lantern and he's going to confess.
And I suppose you know exactly how to make that happen.
Honey, it's as plain as the nose on her face.
We all count on our batteries to get us through, but you never know when they're going to hit the skids. Only Duracell has the copper...
Rachel, do not go into mind reading as a profession, okay? I hate Leanne.
Then why do you mention her in every conversation we have?
I told you. You keep asking me what's going on in my life. Well, what's going on in my life is I'm trying to dig out from several months of hell with Leanne. Now, what am I supposed to do? Refer to her as Madam X?
Somebody that's trying to get over somebody doesn't mention that somebody 2 times in 20 seconds.
You counted?
I noticed.
Okay. All right. I'll make you a deal. I will buy you dinner for every time that I mention Madam X's name, okay? But, now if I can get through a whole day without saying it, you owe me a meal. How's that sound?
Like I'll be eating well.
Don't count your chickens. So how's Nora? Oh, is that another name I'm not supposed to bring up?
Let's just say that my mother and I enjoy a not-so-perfect relationship. Actually, enjoy is not the word I'd use.
So you're not very happy that she's here, then?
No, I'm not. Neither's my father. She's causing trouble for him and Sheila.
Your mom seemed pretty cool to me.
That's because she likes you. If she didn't, she'd do anything to keep us from being friends.
I can't believe that.
Well, you don't know Nora Gannon. Once she decides to do something, she does it. And right now, she's decided to run my life.
Doctor, I'm going to take this magazine cart around, but is there any extra work you'd like me to do?
Yeah, hang on to that attitude for the next 35 years or so. And then check with the head nurse about more short-term stuff. I'll see you later.
Volunteerism suits you.
Oh, hi, listen, thank you for meeting me here. I just couldn't stand the thought of missing my day with the patients just to sit in some legal office.
Well, you sound very dedicated. It's a plus to any judge. Sit down.
Really?
Yes, but we're going to have to do more to prepare for your court appearance than just iron your uniform.
I shouldn't even have to appear. I didn't do anything. Come on, running a motorcycle through the Banner office windows? I'm a candy striper, not Evel Knievel.
On the other hand, you're no stranger to risk-taking. Let's see, 1989, criminal mischief. 1990, defacing public property. 1991, drunk and disorderly. And I understand this year, in addition to shoplifting, you started a rather nasty false rumor about a local minister's sexual preference.
Well, you forgot the time when I stole Marianne Kressler's chocolate chip cookies in the first grade.
Marty, a good lawyer always checks a client's background. And I am a good lawyer. One who's going to represent you, even if your past isn't exactly candy stripes. Now, in order for me to defend you properly, I have to know if the charges against you are true. Marty, are you the one that sent that motorcycle through the
Man,
Banner's
this
window?
town just can't wait to see me take another header. Ooh, there's Marty, the criminal. If something's gone wrong, this must have been her.
Did you do this?
No, I didn't. I've done a lot of stupid things, I'll admit, but smashing the Banner window is not one of them.
Okay, well then that's how we'll plead. Innocent. But I want you to understand something, Marty. If you're lying, this whole thing is going to blow up in your face. And when it does, it's going to leave deeper scars than going through any window ever could.
Hey, Billy.
What are you guys doing here?
What am I doing here? You left me a message. You said you wanted to talk.
Yeah, but Andrew, I just could have come to the rectory.
Yeah, you could have, but you probably wouldn't have found me there.
Yeah, so why don't I call the hospital and see how he's doing?
Thank you. Thank you, Cassie.
The hospital? What's the matter? Somebody sick?
Yeah. It's about my dad. He's got a problem with the heart. But listen, I want you to keep that under your hat, okay?
Yeah, but why?
There are reasons. There are reasons, believe me, okay?
No problem, Andrew, but maybe this isn't... Maybe, we should just...
What, should not talk? Come on. Talking's my job. Listening's my hobby.
I wanted to talk to you about my parents. Things are really messed up between them, Andrew. They're horrible, and it's all because of me, and I don't know how to keep them from splitting up.
All right, slow down. Whoa, slow down here. First of all, you're not responsible for what's happening with your parents. You can't make things right between them. We are people, not machines. Nobody fixes anybody, okay?
Andrew, every time, I look at them and they are just so miserable. It's starting to kill me. I can't see.
I am so proud of you.
What are you talking about?
I'm proud of you. I'll tell you, I'm talking about the same thing I was talking about at the Quill. I'm talking about love and acceptance. I mean, here you told your dad that you're gay. He flat out rejects you. And still, your love for him is so great that you're hurting when he's unhappy. Billy, if I had a son, I would want him to be just like you.
Mean that?
Oh, I mean it. I'd want him to be bright and loving and caring. You bet.
Yeah, well, you'd be the best father any kid could ever have.
It's a very generous gift, but I'm afraid I can't accept it.
Why not?
Well, because it's so... I hardly know you.
Oh, but that will change. It will. Forgive me for being candid, Mrs. Buchanan, but I'd like to know you. Well, badly.
Thank you, but I'm not really available.
But you haven't given me a chance yet. Please, just listen. I've written you a poem. Ode to the jeweled scabbard of my dreams. My love is like a pyramid, and never will it stop. For it's colossal, strong and true, and pointed at the top.
I have to see my chef. Excuse me.
Oh, Mortimer, I am just so thrilled that you got my message about meeting me here today. We just cannot waste 1 second. Tonight is the night. Halloween, will you make your first appearance as a real live mobster?
I said, where are they? Did Holden and Moody split up? Are they still together? Keeping silent's not going to stop you from going back to prison, Pruitt. And nothing your friends can do is going to keep them from ending up in the same place. So you might as well tell me what you did with the chief.
You wouldn't be so worried about Vern if you knew who you were dealing with.
And I suppose you do.
I got the proof right here. He tried to gun me down in cold blood, tried to blow my friends away, too. I got news for you, Hunt. Your precious chief is as twisted as they get.
And I got news for you. Good. Your mouth's open. Now let's have some words come out. Like where those two are hiding. You're gonna tell me exactly what I need to know. Now where's Max Holden and that girl?
Max?
I'm in here.
Found this dress in Deborah Whitehart's closet. How do I look?
I'd say Deborah is a beautiful woman.
I still need some help.
Not from where I stand.
Can you help me put my hair up?
I'm glad I'm here with you.
Me too.
I don't think I could ever forgive myself staying away, not after...
After what?
Going through not knowing if you're going to be okay when I was chasing you down.
Were you really thinking about me a lot?
All that time. Every second that I was on the road trying to track down you and Swade. One thought just kept nagging at me. The first light through many sleepless nights. Would I ever see her again?
And now that you found me,
I know I couldn't have stood losing you.
well, it's time. Marcus will be close by pretty soon.
Good. So you ready to play the part out? Deborah's ghost?
I'm good and scared and ready. Well, this is the total picture. Think Marcus is gonna buy it? How do I look?
Pretty as a picture.
I just can't believe how much he's grown, you know?
Leanne.
I mean, even asleep, you could tell how much he's grown. It's just amazing.
Leanne.
What, honey?
You gotta go. Somebody could catch you.
Oh, my God, I'm sorry. You're right. I've been here too long. Okay.
Hide, quick.
Hey, Jess. Thought I heard voices. Who were you talking to?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
These
I was talking to Duke.
Oh. You going out?
Oh, this? This was just lying around, and I thought maybe I could use it for a Halloween costume for trick-or-treating tonight.
Oh. Well, throw it on. Let me see.
Oh, it's okay,
Oh,
Kevin.
come on. I'm a great judge of a Halloween costume. Go ahead. Let me see. Is that Tina's? That looks familiar.
Oh, no. I found it in the attic near the old baby clothes.
Oh. Oh, that must be it. I was up there looking for some stuff for Duke. Look at this guy. Yeah, you're happy now, aren't you, big guy? He's happy to be with us here.
Do you think it's really okay for Duke not to be seeing Leanne?
Well, yeah, Duke's fine. See, as long as we give him love, I don't think he'll even miss his mother.
Why are you so mad at her anyway? Because she took Duke?
No, there's a little bit more to it than that, Jess.
Well, remember when Mom had that stroke and they wouldn't let us see her? You hated that too. We all hated it. We wanted to be with Mom. So if Duke can't be with Leanne...
See, it's a whole different thing, Jess. See, Leanne has a different kind of sickness than Mom had.
Leanne's sick? What's wrong with her?
She can't be honest, Jess. She just can't do it. And I had to find that out the hard way. By falling in love with her. You see, she said that she loved me too, but that was it was just a lie. She lied about everything and got to the point where I couldn't trust her anymore. And if you can't trust somebody, they really don't have any business being a parent.
You have to go. This is not a big public affair. This is a private little party at a casino.
Mrs. Hesser, I'm simply not prepared.
You have trained plenty, Mom.
No, the point is I didn't get enough training. I want the training that I should...
appearing at this High Rollers Halloween party as a believable member of their inner circle is absolutely crucial. It sets the stage for your appearance before all of the kingpins in the East Coast Syndicate on Thanksgiving. It's perfect.
Except for one small detail, I am not going.
Nonsense.
No.
If you're supposed to be going, you're going. What do you mean, backing out at the last hour like that?
Harlow would have just jumped on an opportunity like this, like a tiger. You know, if he wanted something, he just pounced on it. He seized it. You know, you have to keep your eye on the prize, Mortimer.
I want the prize. I want the prize. I'll do it. I'll go.
Oh, Mortimer, I just knew you would come
Oh,
to your senses.
please, keep off him. You're too intense. Mortimer, you're going to a party with high rollers. Do you know what a high roller is?
A Victorian roll top desk.
No. A gambler.
You're surprising me, Wilma.
I know. Mortimer, you know what those are?
Of course, polystyrene cubes.
They're dice. Observe. Oh, come to Mama, baby, baby, baby. 7. Come 11. Come. Do it for me. Come to Mama.
When did you let her do that, Mother?
Smoking sevens. Your turn.
Do this for me, please, and come to Mother. 2.
Snake eyes, you lose.
Oh.
All right, Mortimer, try it again. Now, take your glasses off. You're not going to be able to wear those tonight. Now, this time, think about the number. Don't just talk to it. Concentrate.
Please, go to Mommy.
Craps.
So what are you telling me now, Larry? Are you telling me that my dad's in critical condition?
Not at all, no. I fully believe that Sloan will recover. But it all depends on his attitude, so I want you to talk to him, all right? Excuse me.
Andrew, your father's gonna be fine, right? I'm gonna go check and see when we can go inside. I heard about your father. I'm sorry. Turned out to be a pretty okay guy, I guess.
Wait, Marty, wait. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. It's been a little bit rough. So, how are you? Huh? I haven't seen you in a while.
Happy?
No. Well, are you still seeing that guy I saw you with back at Rhodey's? Kind of tall, slim guy with black curly hair. You seen that guy?
The Lonely Heart. Why read it when you can live it, huh? No, Swade turned out to be an escaped convict who murdered his wife. Can I pick men or what, huh?
Marty.
Oh, there they are again. I can see them. Reverend Carpenter's eyes going soft with compassion. We'll save the pity for those people who need it, who want it. There's a lot of them running around here. Why don't we just stick to the news of the day? Marty, the men is busted again. What? Won't that girl ever straighten out?
Marty, what happened?
No big deal. Misunderstanding. You know how those things go.
Hey.
Hi, we can go in now.
Yeah.
Hi, Marty.
So we'll see, all right, Marty?
Oh, hey, listen, if you're ever up for a good tearjerker, come to me. I've got a great story here.
Marty. Is that you? Hey, how you doing?
I got busted again.
Are you serious? For what now, Marty?
Get this. Crashing a motorcycle through this humongous window at the Banner offices. Is that insane or what? What? I didn't do it, or I didn't do it, so quit looking at me like that.
Marty, convince me that I shouldn't be looking at you like this.
I can't. But, Billy, you can't tell anybody I jumped off that bike. God, promise me. I've got the superintendent's lawyer who said that she'll get me off no matter what, but I know if she finds out that I really did it, she'll blow me off like everybody else in this town has. No, I know. I know. That's why I told you. But I can't take any chances with this lady, Nora Gannon.
Rachel's mom.
I need her.
Marty, why don't you just tell her the truth?
No way.
Interesting case?
Hi. Yes, very interesting. A young woman, a motorcycle, and an angry newspaper. But I am much more interested in this young woman. Sit down, sit down, sit down. How are you, sweetheart? You have made me so happy by asking me to have lunch with you today.
Well, I wanted to see you.
You wanted to see me? My God, will you write that down for posterity and sign it?
Look, I felt bad about the last time we were together. I really blew up at you.
Honey, the smoke is long since cleared. So, how is everything in your great wide world?
I have a great wide Am-Civ term paper due next week.
Good old Am-Civ. Is this the class that Kevin Buchanan is taking with you?
No, we're in economics together.
Oh, well, he must be pretty good, given his family background.
You know, I don't know. He doesn't talk much in class, and he just sits there listening with this look on his face. It's actually kind of neat.
In what way?
Well, he looks so open. You know, kind of like a kid just taking everything in.
You sound very fond of him.
I passed fond a while ago.
Something's wrong?
Oh, no, nothing's wrong. Okay, there is. He's divorced, and he has a son.
So? Divorce shouldn't prevent a man from starting a new life.
Yeah, but what if the old life isn't over? I think he might still be in love with his ex-wife.
Listen, I gotta go down to Figmont's and pick up one of those little jumpers for Duke to bounce around in. You wanna go? I'll buy you a Sunday at Wanda's.
Thanks, but I gotta finish my homework.
My sister passing up ice cream for homework?
It's only so I can go trick-or-treating later.
Okay. Yeah, plus I think you need to do a little bit more work on that costume. I don't think that one's gonna cut it.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right.
Yes, that was close.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
Is it true? It's not all his fault? The divorce and all the stuff with Duke?
No, honey. It's not all his fault. It's mine, too. I'm to blame. Half my blame, probably even more. Jessica, I even understand why he had to get all the lawyers and stuff to keep me from seeing Duke. But I promise you, I'm not sick. I'm just a mommy who really loves her son, you know? And if you could just take a minute and try and understand what it would do to me if I couldn't see him. Jessica, I would die inside. So I'm really sorry. I don't care how many papers or how many documents Kevin gets, I have to see Duke.
Yeah. And if I can help you do it, I will.
I'm glad we bought some extra batteries.
Well, when you're planning to catch a murderer, you need the right music. And that is the rightest music I know.
Kind of makes you think, though, doesn't it? Our song being here, it's kind of spooky, isn't it?
I think it kind of goes with everything else. So what are we supposed to do now? Are we supposed to just wait around until Marcus decides to show up?
He's gonna show up. It's Deborah's birthday the night he killed her.
Luna, if that old man did murder his daughter and you look exactly like her, then we have no way of telling how he's going to react when he sees you. Now, I want you to promise me something. If it gets out of control, you run out of this house and let me handle him.
I promise.
To marry you and take you home. Whoa, you send me. I know you send me. I know you.
This is the height of absurdity. How can I possibly impersonate a sharp-eyed gangster when I have the eyesight of oh, excuse me.
You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, no, unless for some bizarre reason I didn't my eyesight to see where I was going.
Oh, no, because if you fail to be convincingly Carlo, eyesight is the last thing they're going to have to worry about.
And I don't understand.
Oh, well, the last person that crashed a High Rollers Halloween party, his car went off the bridge that same night. And 2 weeks later, they found his body wrapped in a fisherman's net. Amazing they could still identify him.
What's this? This is the floor plan of the house that I am renting while I'm staying on in Landview. Gosh, it's fabulous. It's just fabulous. There are 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a huge living room.
Wait a minute. 3
Backyard
bedrooms?
with a garden. Yes, and the kitchen has all new
3
appliances.
bedrooms all for you? Wait, you still think I'm going to move in with you, don't you? Don't you?
Is that so terrible?
Look, when are you going to stop? When are you going to just let me live my life?
I'm trying to improve your life. Can I help it if I think you're moving in with me would do that? Oh, come on. I mean, look how well we've been getting along. Like, we're laughing and talking. I mean, it would be a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, for me to do what you want.
All right, Rachel, I understand your reluctance. I mean, heaven knows I made some big mistakes when I was bringing you up. But, I mean, God, you're moving in with me would help put all of that in the past. I mean, we'd be a real family again.
What do you mean, again?
Well, we can try to be one. Rachel, I am doing my damnedest to be a good mother and a good friend to you. Can't you see that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, then can't you try to meet me halfway?
Owens and Jackson found Pruitt's car. Blue Mustang convertible.
Where?
About 5 miles northeast of here, off of Lomax Road. Car sitting way back in the woods.
Hiding it to come back to later.
You don't think Holden and the Moody girl just dumped it and took off?
How, on foot? Not a chance. And we're watching every other way. Ah, they're here. Someplace. Get back to Owens. I want every house in White Hart City searched if need be, and, send a crew back to Raven Point.
We scoured that island end to end.
Yeah, but Holden and Moody just might be dumb enough to go back there after we did.
The sun's going down.
Max, don't you wish we could just stop time? We could stay like this forever and ever and ever and ever.
Doesn't matter if the sun goes spinning off into space. Nothing's gonna keep us from this.
Do you really mean that? Nothing.
Except maybe death.
Not even that.